Hello everybody, welcome back to Art and Outdoor Life here with John. So, I woke up this morning and I was thinking, okay, what am I going to paint today? And I was, thinking, okay, the first painting I want to do, I had a few different things I wanted to paint. So I thought, well, maybe I'll try something a little different. Maybe I'll kind of use the credit card, the plastic card, to kind of create something today. And so that's what I started out doing here. With the hake brush, I wetted the paper, kind of dampened the paper. I didn't wet it very much. And I threw in some lemon yellow. And by the way, I want to thank you guys, everybody, for subscribing. And I really appreciate that. And liking my videos. And I really appreciate the comments. Okay. Somebody's been commenting on a few of my videos. And, asking me to draw out, to sketch out my watercolor works before I, do my videos. But hey guys, I'm being real here. I have nothing against that. It's just not my style right now, But if I do sketch out something, it will be in here. You'll see it sketched out. I just like, for myself personally, it's all about, let's see what I can create with paint. That's just how I am. I do a lot of sketching at how, when I'm not recording myself on camera. But anyways, so I put in a really bright sky. And I was thinking, okay, I want this to be in my mind, my imaginary mind. I was thinking, I want this to kind of be somewhere out in the tropics somewhere, Like maybe the sun is going down. Maybe it's the sun is setting and it's, how skies get really crazy colors. Really fun colors. And so that's what I did there. I basically threw down a very bright color. And then I put some dark green here. And, to sit in the background. But my whole idea here on this video, this painting, was basically kind of an exercise video for me. I just wanted to see what I can do with the card, plastic card. Because I was thinking, wouldn't it be something if someone could do an entire painting without a brush and just a card? I mean, I know people do that. But I was using the brush here. And at first I thought, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to make a lake here. And let the green on the bottom be the reflection from the trees. Okay, so I took out my card. I'm like, okay, I'm going to put a structure in over here. Now, when you're doing these, the paint has to be wet, If it's really wet, you'll get all the way completely white, as the color of your paper. And it wasn't completely white or completely wet. My apologies. So I just, this is sketching, I guess you can say, right? Just trying to create two dwellings here. Uh, yeah. I was thinking, the tiki, it's getting cold up here. And so I was thinking, okay, bamboo, you know, grass. I was thinking tropics. That's what I was thinking. And so then I started putting in trees. And I love, one of the things I really like about using the card a lot is creating the trees that go up, like you take them from like the tree I have in the background there, and you could bring them up into that sky, and you're still getting that tree effect, you know. I mean, those are really awesome trees. Yeah. So, yeah, and anyways, I hope that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful morning, a good afternoon, or a good evening, no matter where you are, wherever you are, and whatever time you're watching this. I'm just so glad that you guys came back. I really am. I've been going through a few things, but I don't want to talk about that. So, I kind of had these framed out, okay, these little structures here. And I'm like, okay, I'll put some umber in there. And then I was kind of like, and I'm using the fan brush. And I was like, okay, but once I get the structures in there, I'm still going to have to, create, something, right? I mean, I just scraped all that out, making it look, I thought it was kind of nice. There's some burnt umber, I believe, here. And the fun thing about there's so much fun in all of this, is being creative, This is very loose, it's not tight, and it's very fast. It's not something that you have to worry about. You don't have to fuss about this stuff, And, this is one of the things I do. I get up and I just paint. I just think about painting, and then I'll think, sometimes it'll be like I want an ocean, or I want a river, or a lake, or a pond, or I don't want a sky. Like in this, for example, in here, if I would have left it white, the trees wouldn't have went up into the sky. Not that high. So, but it still works anyways. So, I'm using some yellow ochre here in a very small brush. And basically I'm outlining these small structures that are, like I said, putting ourselves here in the tropics, right? We got a nice sunset going on. Beautiful sunset. You could make that blue. You can make it stormy. You could throw purple in there. You can make it purple. You can make that sky any way you want. And you could throw clouds in there too. So I'm just kind of, putting in there, kind of mixing it up with the umber, getting it a little dirty looking. And I hope that you guys are I hope that everybody's been doing well and following painters. And I hope that, if you guys are new to painting, that you guys have been, creating awesome paintings. And if you do it like I do for my anxiety and depression and PTSD, then I hope that, it's working for you as well as it works for me. So with the fan brush, I took some dark green, almost blue, and I just kind of made some leaves. I just put some leaves on the tree. That's all I did, just by dabbing it. Um, you know, when I usually put paint on from the fan brush, I'll just touch the napkin a little bit to get some of the excess paint off so that it doesn't show up on the paper as like a big smudge of paint. Okay. So with the spray bottle, I just kind of misted the bottom part. So now with the hake brush, I'm just moving the paint and just kind of moving it because I wanted to make this, I don't know, a lagoon, or maybe it could be anything, a lake, a pond, it could be a cove. I just wanted to put something in there. So I threw in some light blue. I think it was cobalt blue I put in here. Now, if you see at the bottom of the painting there, the black on the very bottom, this is an older sheet, so I wasn't worried about it, I mean, I could have put some land in there if I wanted to, over that black on the bottom. But, no. And look at how the sky, look at that sky and the contrast, the color contrast between the sky and the water. And so, yeah, I was making these, I don't know if they're waves or what. I mean, but I was just like, I want to put a little bit of white inside of this water here. And I didn't want to just take the card and go straight across and make very thin white lines. I kind of wanted to give these little shapes in here. And that's just for fun. And I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing this. I did this morning, and I just woke up and I think I had 1 cup of coffee. My eyes weren't even awake yet, but sometimes you just get out and it's personal time. I didn't want to hear the news. I didn't want to see the news. I didn't, so I just kind of got up and just started painting, and I do that a lot. I've said it in a lot of my videos as well. So this is like raw sienna. And I was just like, I'm going to put some raw sienna on these structures here. And we'll see, I'll see what I can do with it. That's what I did. And using the fan brush. I wanted these to be, the structures to be very loose and very unpredictable, I guess. I mean, I didn't have no photo to look at, and just for my mind. So I'm just kind of going back and forth, some green, touching a little bit up on these trees. I wanted to keep the tree trunks in there that I scraped. So here I am, I'm adding a little bit of lemon yellow to brighten up some of the grass here. Yeah, I was in I don't know, for me personally, I had been using so much light green, and it was haunting me. Literally, I was like, I need to quit. I make a lot of light green colors. So I'm putting it on the mountains in the background there. Just to kind of give an indication that there is sun shining down on parts of that mountain. Um, you know, it was a no brainer. Just kind of put it where you want to put it. If you want to put it at all, I could have just left it that way. And I was, now that I'm looking at it, it kind of almost makes sense to put a different kind of color in between the blue and the bright orange sky. Put something in the center there. So, with the fan brush and some darker green, I'm just, trying to make some grass here. And just kind of going back and forth. Now you'll see I come back with the scraper here to try to add some more effects, basically. So like right there. Now the tall grass up there, now it's looking very nice, right? You don't do the whole thing that way, but and again, when I started painting, I was thinking about the card in the very first place. So then I'm like, okay, let me come over to these little tiki type structures or whatever and see if I can put a little bit of light on them, lighten them up a little bit, and just give them different textures, different shapes. So that way, it's all about the card, right? So I don't know if you could see that or not, but it actually was looking pretty good when I was doing this. And it does look good. Hey, thanks, guys. I want to wish you guys a good morning, a good afternoon, and a good evening. And thank you for coming back. Sincerely, John.